Guys, I'm going to start off with a foreword because it is going to be rather noisy during the video. My daughter is watching her panda movie because Master Shifu is the same species as her little stuffed panda, and that amuses the crap out of her. So I apologize ahead of time for the noise that is going to be in the background, but hopefully that little tidbit will help keep you amused. Talk to you here soon. Alright, today I'm going to be introducing you to our latest find. That would be Amora. They do coffees and teas. This review will be coffee exclusive. We managed to catch them during a deal where the first bag was $1 and the second bag was 8 something or other. The total came less than 10. So, and that's including shipping. But the normal price is significantly more expensive. I forget exactly what they said it was, but it was somewhere closer to the $60-70 range. It's a monthly subscription, but you can call in and change the frequency, and you can change out which flavors you get at any given point. The flavors they've got 4 coffee-flavored coffees from your light roast all the way up to the one we're going to be trying today, which is their most intense dark roast. The other coffees they have 4 flavored coffees. A French vanilla, a hazelnut cinnamon, a chocolate truffle, and a, let me look at what the other one is, I don't remember off the top of my head, caramel vanilla. The 2 we grabbed were the chocolate truffle, the passionata, and, as I said, the strongest one, the intenso. Now, you don't get the pleasure of watching me open a bag. I opened one yesterday, so I told Matt he could open the second one, and he had to leave. So I didn't quite manage to catch that on film. But this is the one we are trying today. The smell, when you first open one of these, is amazing. It's definitely fresh coffee. They, according to their advertising anyway, let me get some more light in here. There we go. According to their advertising anyway, they go ahead and roast the beans when you order it. And each set comes with this little thank you card listing, as I showed you earlier, the different things that they sell. But inside, it actually goes into a description of their process, including a, I'm hoping this is in view, and, oh, nope, there it is, a packaging date. No, that's a special offer, hang on. There we go. A packaging date. Ours was July 3rd. We got it yesterday. Today is the... it's not going to show me. Sunday after July 4th. It's not that long. Now, I went ahead and took the time to set up the actual coffee pot with water, but I didn't start the brewing because I want you to be able to see the beans when they're poured in. Now, we did go ahead and get the pre-ground options, but they do offer you the chance, at least with their coffee-flavored coffees, to get whole beans so you can grind it up yourself. So there's that little extra bit of, not only is it fresh roasted and fresh bagged, but then you get to grind it and have that fresh ground. I've never been that anal, so I couldn't tell you how big of a difference that makes. But if it's something that you are into, they offer it, but not on their flavored ones. Their flavored ones seem to be ground only. Now, I'm going to do a quick pause so I can do the pouring, and then I will show you the beans. One moment. These are the beans. I'm making it at my normal strength. So since this is going to be a full pot, this is about halfway full. As you can see, they're fairly finely ground. Nice, rich, dark color. And like I said, the smell coming out of these is incredible. I'm going to pop this in and let you see what it looks like coming out. Alright, and it is on. Now, it is a standard coffee maker, so this is going to take a little bit, but here, let me position you so you can actually see once it starts coming out. There it goes. Now, some quick comments while we're waiting for that to brew. Smell-wise, the Intenso reminds me actually a lot of a good, strong, probably Folgers is the closest I can think of. And I mean, that's not a bad comparison from us. Our go-to is going to be the Folgers Colombian for our standard everyday coffee. And it smells very similar to that. So, if smell-wise, positive connection already, although being similar to something we already drink at a significantly lower everyday cost does kind of affect what our opinion is about whether it is worth it for the actual full subscription. Now, some words about the other one we tried. Now, I mentioned we got two. We tried the Passionata, the chocolate one, yesterday. Now, that one is probably the single best flavored coffee I have ever tried. It's very rich, very smooth, just a nice light touch of acidity, and the chocolate shines through very, very well. Now, for all of these taste tests, we've been using just sugar and milk. And we try to scale back a little bit so that we can taste the coffee a little more strongly. He tends to go very blonde on his. He went, as he phrased it, dirty blonde yesterday. So, less cream, less sugar. I tend to go fairly light hand on those anyway, so mine's going to be darker. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I still end up using a lot of cream and sugar, but that's because this is my mug. I don't do those itty bitty mugs. I drink too much at any given time, just from how I am, and those small mugs are one for me. So I'll have to do the big ones if I want it to last more than 30 seconds. Now, with the cream and sugar, the Passionata comes out very much like a really, really good chocolate bar. The chocolate shines through very well. Matt's level of cream and sugar, he compared it to a very good Hershey's Kiss. Me, the level I did, my best comparison is going to be this thing. Now, don't get me wrong, this is my absolute favorite chocolate bar. This is not a negative comparison. And obviously, the amount of cream and sugar you put in is going to adjust exactly how sweet and creamy it is. So, if you're a Hershey's person and you get the Passionata, add more cream and sugar. If you're like me and like the super, super dark chocolate, take it easy if you add any at all. I actually have not tried that one black. I'm considering it because I am odd enough that I will eat baking chocolate. So it probably wouldn't bother me. I've also drank coffee black before. It probably would not bother me. I just haven't tried it yet. I went with my usual so I could do a better comparison. Right now, for timing purposes, so y'all are aware of passage of time. My coffee maker's at about the 5 mark. If there was one actually on there, it's got even numbers. But it's chugging along. I did the full 12, so it is going to take a little bit. So I will probably pause again at some point. But a few more words on what we've got here. The initial offer is definitely worth it. Like I said, Passionata is the best flavored coffee I have ever tried. We will be taking an actual taste test today on camera of the Intenso. The color is nice and even and dark. There's slight bubbling, but not like some of the really acidic ones you see, which seems consistent with how it was with the Passionata. They use Arabica beans, fresh roasted and packaged when you order them. So this is going to be fresh whenever you order it. They come in little half-pound bags. And I will put the website and the phone number down in the doodly-doo. So if y'all are interested, you can look at it. They seem to prefer you order initially through the website, but you can make any adjustments through the phone number, which I need to remember to do. Alright, I'm going to put this on pause for a bit, and when the coffee is ready, you'll get to see the taste test. See you soon. We're getting really close to it being done, so I want to show you about how much sugar is actually getting put in. Now remember, this is that much sugar for that big of a glass. Percentage-wise, it's not as bad as it looks. I tend to add the milk afterwards because I like watching the little swirlies, but that just means you don't get to watch the milk. One moment. It's coming in here. And we have coffee. Full 12 cups. Well, full 12, whatever those markings are. I sincerely doubt they're actually cups. Let me pull this back and get you started. Nice little pre-milk shot. I just mixed it in with the sugar. It's a very deep, dark brown. More reddish towards the bottom, and I'd actually argue bluish towards the top. Yay, isn't light filtering fun? But let me place you in a good shot for the milk swirl, because that's always the fun part. Alright, it is swirl time. Even if you don't like milk with your coffee, this is always a fun one. Alright. Let's get that stirred in right. Okay, the pause didn't work. So, sorry about the random large hand in the way. And the beeping. I decided to go ahead and get breakfast. Alright. Ended up a little more milky than intended, but should still be able to make out the flavor. Especially because I know I made it over milky. Honestly, not as intense as I thought it was going to be. It's still fairly rich, has a nice, warm, earthy flavor to it, but I'm going to label the coffee-flavored coffee not worth the extra cost. Flavored coffees, yes. Regular coffee, not so much. Alright. Now, as you can hear in the background, little one is getting a little fussy, and I have not eaten anything today, so before I put too much caffeine in me, and before she gets any fussier, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. If y'all have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will answer to the best of my ability. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.